there.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start the recording. This is our third Zoom meeting for our third class. This week we discovered minor suit openings and responses, so that's what we're going to focus on reviewing today, as well as we will review the general rules of play. We covered that actually on lesson 2, but I didn't review it last week on our Zoom meeting, so I'll review that today. So let's go ahead and first look at our major suit openings and responses, so we can get that thing out of the way. Hang on just a second, guys. Let me go bring that up.
Recording in progress.
All right, let's try that again. All right, this is our major suit openings and responses that we discussed earlier. We need to remember, first of all, it doesn't mention it here, but we've got 3 categories of openings, or 3 priorities of openings of what we want to open. The first is to open 1 no trump, and that's a real specific description, 15 to 17 points and a balanced hand. And we're going to learn about that in the class after the class this week. We'll discuss no trump openings, but that's our first priority if we can do it. The second priority is to open 1 of a major if we can. And to open 1 of a major, we need to be between 13 and 21 points and have a 5-card major suit. Susan, is that you? Somebody's talking and probably needs to be muted.
Yeah, what?
And you're on twice, Susan. I think that's why you're getting the feedback.
Yeah,
too.
what's happening is did that solve it? Did that solve it? Did that solve it?
If you mute both of them, or at least one of them, it should be okay.
Wait a minute. Sorry.
That's okay. We always have a few little technical details we need to work out. There you go. Now you're only on once. That ought to be okay. All right, good deal. Okay, so we were talking about the 1 no trump is our first priority. The second priority is 1 of a major, where we've got between 13 and 21 points and a 5-card major suit. If our partner has bid 1 of a major suit, our priority for responding is that we will raise partner suit if we have at least 3 card support. Since they've promised 5 and we're always looking for the 8-card magic fit, then if we have 3 to go with their 5, we have a total of 8. That means we can raise their suit. We can tell them right off we like their suit by repeating their suit. So if we have 6 to 10, 0 to 5, we'll just pass. But 6 to 9 or 10, we'll raise 1 time. If we've got 10 to 12, we'll raise twice. So like 1 heart, 2 hearts, or 1 heart, 3 hearts if we have more points. If we have 13 or more points, we're going to bid a new suit first. Then we'll show our partner that we really like the suit. If we have 13 points and we have support for our partner, and our partner has opened, their 13 points plus our 13 points is 26 points. That's a game. So we know we should be bidding to the 4 level, 4 hearts or 4 spades. But we don't jump there, because to jump there has another meaning. A raise to 4 is what's called a weak freak, which is just long support, like 5 or more. So we would have like 10 trump between us and less than 10 points. So that's what we do. If partner is open to major suit, our first choice that we want to do is to raise their suit if we can. If we can't, our second priority is to bid a new suit. And that would be, we don't have support for partner, so we bid a new suit of our own. If our partner has bid one heart, we can bid four spades as long as we have four spades. But that's the only suit that we could bid at the one level. Everything else, we'd have to go up the bidding ladder to the two level. If our partners bid one spade, the only choice we have to bid a suit is to bid at the two level, two clubs, two diamonds, two hearts. All of those promise at least 10 points. To bid at the two level promises 10 or 11 points and cards in those suits, whatever suit we bid. Now, if you have two equal length suits with 4-4, you bid up the line. And with 5-5, you bid the higher suit first. This also means this rule is going to follow through for this. It's going to follow through when we talk about bidding minor suits. And it's the same thing if we have to open, if we have 5 hearts and 5 spades. 2 5-card suits, we bid the higher one first. So you kind of need to remember this rule. If with equal suits, 5-5, you bid the higher one first. 4-4, you bid the lower one first. You go up the line. Then our last choice of something to do is to bid one no trump. So our first choice, support partner suit. Second choice is to bid a new suit. The last choice is to bid one no trump. And that basically says you have no support for partner suit. You've got no 4-card or longer suit that you can bid at the one level. And you've got between 6 and 9 or 10 points. A lot of times we're going to learn when we bid no trump that it promises stoppers in the other suits, but not this one no trump. When partner has opened one of something and we bid one no trump, that just means we've got 6 to 9 points and nothing else to bid. It's kind of a, sorry, partner, I don't have anything else to say. Bid. Okay, so that's major suit openings that we've already covered. Let's focus now on minor suit openings. And on the minor suit openings, that just reminds us here about our priorities for opening, the no trump, then one of a major. If you can't do either one of those, you're going to open one of a minor suit. And that's our last choice of what to open. That means we don't have no trump and we don't have a 5-card major suit. So if we open one of a minor, we've got between 13 and 21 points. Now that is our high card points plus length. So if you have over 4 in a suit, you add 1 point for every card over 4 in any suit. It also promises you've got at least 3 cards in the suit and you have no 5-card major. Because if you did, you would have opened your major suit. So what you do is you bid your best minor suit. And here's where we have to remember a little bit of a rule. You bid your, if you have one suit is, you have 2 minor suits and one suit's longer than the other, you bid your longer one. So that's easy. But if they're equal length, if you have 2 4-card minor suits, you bid diamonds. If you have 2 3-card minor suits, you bid clubs. So if you have 2 4-card minor suits, you bid diamonds, 2 3-card minor suits, you bid clubs. If you follow these rules for bidding, then that's going to mean that 95% of the time when you open one diamond, you will have 4 diamonds. The only time that won't be true is if the distribution is exactly 4, 4, 3, 2. 4 hearts, 4 spades, 3 diamonds, and 2 clubs. We're going to bid our longer minor suit. Our longer minor suit is diamonds. We only have 3 of them. But it has to be that exact distribution. As anything else, if we have 4, 4, we're going to bid diamonds. If we are longer in diamonds, we'll bid diamonds. And if we have a 5-card major suit, we wouldn't be in the situation anyway. So just know that if you bid diamonds, you nearly always have 4 diamonds, but not 100% of the time. For those of you that have played bridge in the past, you may have heard something called short club. Some people used to open a club if they didn't have anything else they wanted to bid. And so they might even just have 1 club or 2 clubs. Some people still play that way, but most people don't. Most people play this way. If you play at the Bridge Center, occasionally you will hear somebody say short, that could be short as 2 clubs if their partner opens 1 club. And what that means is they're not playing this way. They are playing that if you open with 4 cards in a diamond suit, you have to have 4. And so if you don't have 4 cards in the diamond suit, you have to open clubs. And so that just reverses this thing that I said, that if you're 4-4-3-2, you'll open diamonds. If you're 4-4-3-2 under those rules, you would open clubs. And that's when you have to make the alert. If you're playing at the Bridge Club, you have to make the alert that says that could be short as 2. I don't recommend that you do that. I'm just explaining why sometimes you hear that. Just follow these rules. If you have 4-4, open diamonds, 3-3, open clubs. And if your partner opens diamonds, assume that they have 4 diamonds, because that's nearly always the case. Does anybody have questions about that? Because that's usually confusing to people. Okay. All right, then let's talk about responses to one of a minor suit. And by the way, now we have kind of covered the waterfront of every opening bid that you can make with between 13 and 21 points, a normal opening hand. We talked about the fact already that if you have 22 or more points, you're going to open something different. You'll open 2 clubs, which is just an artificial bid that says, partner, I have a ton of points. Doesn't say anything about clubs. But we've now learned all the bids of 1 club, 1 diamond, 1 heart, 1 spade, and 1 no trump, all the 1 level bids. So let's talk about how to respond to these 1 level bids. We remember when we opened one of a major suit, our first priority was to bid the major suit. Well, that's because we like major suits. If your partner is opened a minor suit, our first priority is to find a major suit if we have it. So we don't even care if you have like a lot of clubs or a lot of diamonds. If partner has open clubs or diamonds, our first priority is to bid a major suit if we have a major suit, a 4-card major suit. The second priority is to bid no trump if we can. And to bid no trump, except for the 1 no trump bid, which just says points. If you bid 2 or 3 no trump, you're promising cards in the other suits. And then your last priority is to support your partner's suit because you have a lot of clubs or diamonds. But note, that is the last priority. If you can bid a major suit, you do that. And if you're balanced enough to bid no trump, you'll do that, even if you have clubs or diamonds. Clubs or diamonds, a suit, a match in that suit is just as valuable at no trump as it is trying to make 5 clubs or 5 diamonds, because remember, that's where the game level is in the minor suits, clubs and diamonds. You have to make 5 to get the bonus points for that. So we would really prefer, if we can, to see if we can play in no trump, because then the game bonuses are just at the 3 level. And that's generally a lot easier to make than 5. You can only lose 2 tricks if you're going to bid 5 clubs or 5 diamonds. So our first priority, if partner is opened a minor suit, is to bid 1 heart or 1 spade. If we can, that's our first priority. And what we're promising, if we do that, we're promising at least 6 points and at least 4 cards in the major suit. Now, to open a major suit, we have to have 5. But in this case, we're responding to our partner's bid. And when we're responding to partner's bid, we only have to have 4 in the major suit. Now, here's this rule that we already talked about. With 2 4-card suits, you're going to bid up the line. So if you have 4 hearts and 4 spades, you'd bid hearts first. But if you have two 5-card suits, you'll bid the higher one first. So if you have 5 hearts and 5 diamonds, if you're lucky enough to have that, you'll bid spades first. Excuse me, if you have 5 hearts and 5 spades, you'll bid spades first. So with 5-5, you bid the higher first. With 4-4, you go up the line. Okay, if you don't have at least 4 in a major suit, then our second priority is to bid no trump. Now, we've already talked about this first no trump response, 1 no trump, and that just says, partner, I don't have anything else to bid. I don't have a 4-card major. I don't have support for your suit, and I don't have enough points to bid at the 2 level. So I'm just saying 1 no trump. Make of that what you will. I don't have much over here. With a little bit more points, though, you can bid 2 no trump with like 10 to 12 or 11 or 12 points. And then you can bid 3 no trump with 13 or more points. Now, to bid these no trumps, your hand needs to be pretty balanced. That means you don't have a singleton or a void, and you don't have more than 2 doubletons. We'll learn about this when we talk about no trump week after next, but it means you need to have a balanced hand for you to bid either the 2 no trump or the 3 no trump. If you don't have a balanced hand, that would mean that you have like a long minor suit. And if you have 10 points or more, you can bid the long minor suit at the 2 level if you want to. Then this last option is raising the opener suit. Remember, in this case, we're talking about the opener having opened one of a minor suit. If you're going to raise your partner's suit, just like we could for the majors, you revalue your hand. You revalue your hand if you're going to raise partner's minor suit. So if he said 1 diamond and you want to say diamonds in support because you don't have a major suit and you're not balanced enough to do no trump, then you revalue your hand, giving 5 for a void, 3 for a singleton, 1 for a doubleton. You're also going to need to have at least 4 cards in the suit, because remember, if partner has opened a diamond, we only expect him to have 4. And if partner's opened a club, we really aren't expecting much of anything. He probably only has 3. He might have more, but we need at least 4 and better to have 5 if you want to raise partner's clubs. If that's all you've got, you usually would want to bid no trump instead. But you have the same general rules here as we do for when we raise the major suit, and that is 6 to 9 or 10 points is a single raise. So like 1 club, 2 clubs. If you've got a little bit more, the limit raise, which is 10 to 12 or 11 or 12, depending, remember, if you're using Audrey's rules or Sally's rules, we're 1 point off. Then you do a double raise, like 1 diamond, 3 diamonds, or 1 club, 3 clubs. If you've got 13 or more and you've got a good fit and you don't have anything else to bid, you can go to game in the minor suit, but a couple of worries about that. If your partner only has 13 points and you've got only 13 points, really you need to have 29 points to get a game in clubs or diamonds. So you might be a little bit short there. So you might want to bid a new suit first and then find out what partner has to say, if he has any extra points, if you're at a minimum of 13. If you have 15, 16 points, then it's fine just to go to game. But it's just a warning that whereas an opening hand versus an opening hand is a game, if you're talking about no trump or hearts or spades, it's a little bit short of a game if you're talking about the minor suits. Okay. Now, once, and this is true, these openers rebids are true for both the opener having originally opened a major suit and originally having opened a minor suit. because once partner makes their response, if partner has not made a limiting response, they haven't limited their hand to a certain amount, then you need to tell them more about your hand. We need to think about the fact that if you make a bid of like one heart or one spade, if you bid a new suit, that is not limiting. You just have 6 points plus 6 up to however many. But if you bid any of the no trumps, see how these are all limiting bids? 6 to 10, 11 or 12, 13 plus. Those limit your hand to a specific range of 2 or 3 points. The same thing is true if partner does a single or a double raise. That gives you an exact count on their points. So if they have done any of those things that limit their hand, you as the opener now know how high you belong because you know how many points you have. So you don't have to make another bid. You can pass if you want. If partner has made a bid and you feel that's where you should just stop, you can just stop. But if partner is unlimited, which is usually they have bid a new suit, that's the main thing where they are unlimited, is they have bid a new suit, then you need to bid again as the opener, because it nearly always takes 2 bids for the opener to describe their hand, unless you open one no trump. Then you've described it in 1 bid. But it usually takes 2. So if you have a minimum hand, which is 13 to about 15, you want to make a minimum bid. And the minimum non-forcing bids are, you rebid your suit. So if you opened a diamond and they bid a heart, you bid 2 diamonds. You just rebid your suit. Now, every time you rebid your suit, you're adding 1 more card to it. So if you originally started out with 4 diamonds, you aren't going to want to rebid your suit because you already promised 4 diamonds. But if you have 5 or 6 better 6 diamonds, then you could do that. Or another thing you could do is raise your partner's suit. So if you've got a minimum hand and the bidding went 1 diamond by you, 1 heart by your partner, well, if you have 4 hearts, you want to show them you've got 4 hearts. So you raise their suit, but just 1 level. So it would go 1 diamond, 1 heart, 2 hearts. That says, oh, partner, good. You had at least 4. I've got 4. I couldn't open them to begin with because I didn't have 5, but I've got 4. And if you've got a minimum hand, you will just raise 1 level, 1 diamond, 1 heart, 2 hearts. If you don't have a major suit you can bid, or you can't raise your partner's suit, then you bid the lowest no trump that you can bid. So if it's gone 1 diamond, 1 heart, you can say 1 no trump. Or if it's gone 1 heart, 2 diamonds, you can say 2 no trump. And that limits your hand. Now partner knows not to expect much, and partner can decide, the responding partner can decide how high you belong, because now they know how many points there are between you. If you've got a little bit more, and that's in the 16 to 18 range, that's a medium suit hand, you can jump in a new suit, bid a new suit, or jump in your suit or your partner's suit. So that's not putting the brakes on. That's encouraging. If you bid a new suit, or if you jump in your suit or your partner's suit. Bidding a new suit is not quite as encouraging, especially if you bid it at the 1 level. Because if the bidding goes 1 heart by me is the opener, 1 diamond by me is the opener, 1 heart by my partner, and I bid 1 spade, that doesn't show any more points. It could be more points. It could be a medium strength hand, or it could be a minimum strength hand, but it's just at the 1 level, so partner really doesn't know where we are. Partner's going to have to bid again to decide what to do. And if you are lucky enough to have this maximum hand usually you jump shift. You jump up a level and go to a new suit. That would be like one diamond, one heart, 3 clubs. See how I jumped up and went over a level, jumped up a level and bid a new suit. That's called the jump shift, jump up a level in a new suit. Okay, any questions about minor suit openings and responses? Okay, before we go over and play some hands, let's just take a quick review of the general rules of play. And then we'll go over and look at some hands, and I think that'll help bring together some of these rules we just talked about. General rules of play. The first thing I want to talk about is opening leads. This is just the opening lead after the auction has stopped. We've decided what the contract is. Somebody makes the opening lead. And these rules are just talking about that opening lead. You lead out a card other times during the hand, but these rules don't apply then. So every time you're on lead, you lead a card, but that's not the opening lead. The opening lead is the first one that starts the play of the hand. So the first thing to decide is which suit do you want to lead? So deciding which suit, the first thing is lead your partner's suit if they've bid. That's always the best lead. Lead your partner's suit if they bid something. If you are playing against no trump, you will lead your longest suit. And that's because we like to find long suits at no trump so we can run those long suits. They can't stop us by trumping. Against a suit contract like clubs, diamonds, hearts, or spades, then a lot of times we'll lead a singleton if we have it, just one card in a suit, hoping that our partner can win it and lead back to us. If we don't have that, and that doesn't happen a lot, then you will just lead a low card from your best suit. So usually what we're going to do is lead our partner suit if they have bid. If they have not bid, we will lead a low card from our best suit, or just lead our best suit, because when we're deciding which card in the suit, what we're going to do is lead the top of a sequence. So that's like king, queen, jack, we'll lead the king. Queen, jack, 10 will lead the queen. The nice thing about this is if you lead a face card, you're always promising your partner that you have the card below it, unless you're leading from a doubleton, which happens sometimes. But generally, 95% of the time, if you lead a face card, your partner knows you've got the face card below that. If you don't have a sequence, then you lead the 4th best from your longest suit. Or just lead a low card from your longest suit. There's a reason we lead the 4th down, but it's kind of an advanced defensive rule that you don't need to worry about. But it's easy to get in the habit of leading 4th best because it'll help you down the road. Okay, now let's talk about the actual play of the hand. That was just the opening lead, play of the hand. And this is throughout play of the hand, not just opening like we talked about on opening lead. This is throughout the hand, all through as you're playing the hand. Here's what you should be doing. The first thing, if your partner has led something, return your partner's lead. So if partner leads something out and you win the trick, lead that suit back to them. They had a reason for leading it, so lead back to them. So that's the first rule. The second rule, and this has to do with as you're playing the hand, we play 3rd hand high, 2nd hand low. That means as you're going around, each person plays in turn. Somebody leads, the next person is the 2nd hand to play. They usually play a low card. The 3rd hand usually plays a high card. And then the 4th person gets to decide whether or not they can win the trick. So first person will lead out something. Second person plays low. Now, why is it that you play low? It's because your partner is going to be the last person to play. So they're going to be able to see all 3 cards before they play. So you don't want to play a high card. They are in a better position to decide what high card should be played, if any. The reason the third hand plays high is because they are the last person for their pair to get to play. If that trick is going to be won, if the first person led a low card, if that trick's going to be won, it has to be won by a high card out of the third person's hand. So second hand low, third hand high are just good rules to remember as you're playing. They are not always right, but generally they are. And if you're not sure as you're learning how to play, if you're not sure which card you should play, think about, am I playing second or am I playing third? If I'm second, play low. If I'm third, play high. And you'll nearly always be right. Not always, but pretty much. Another rule is cover an honor with an honor. And this supersedes the third hand high, second hand low rule. So if somebody has led out the Queen of Hearts and you have the King of Hearts, put the King of Hearts on top of the Queen of Hearts. The reason we do this is that means for them to win the trick, they're going to have to play the Ace of Hearts. And that means they have had to play 2 honors to get one of your honors. So that's a good deal for you. So cover an honor with an honor. If they've put a face card out there and you've got the higher face card, you cover it up with yours. You don't play low, even when you're second hand. Cover an honor with an honor. Okay. There's 3 others listed here that we're going to talk about later, but we really aren't talking about yet. Does anybody have any questions then on anything that we've talked about so far?
So I'm guessing all of these are tried and true analysis, like thousands of hands have been played and people have just figured this out.
That's right. Millions of hands, billions of hands have been played.
Billions.
Yes. Many hands have been played, and these are just general rules that will help you play better. Yes. And they make sense. You know, if you can read books on defense, which is what this is, that will tell you why all these things are true. But just learn the rule and then that will be good. Okay. All right. Hang on here. Let's go over to Bridgebase. Those of you that have Bridgebase, if you want to go over there now, sign into Bridgebase and you can play some hands. Let's see who I've got here. Okay.
I'm ready, aim.
Who's that?
Debbie Fisher.
Debbie Fisher. Yeah, you're ready.
Owner. I'm owner. I don't know how to change my name.
Oh, okay, that's fine. And let's see, Susan Adler, you're SK Adler, right? Yeah, I've got you. Christiane, do you have a BBO name? And Liz. I don't have either one of you guys. So if you have a name, you can tell me the name and I will put you in real quick. So Liz
Yeah,
or
so-
Christiane, are you on BBO?
So I am. I haven't used it like enough, but I'm just put in my regular name, which I hope was not dumb to do. And I'm Liz Stice, Lizstice.
Okay. Zstice. Okay. Christiane. And by the way, Christiane, is that how you want your name pronounced? Christiane, or is it Christiane? And you're
Christine,
muted.
you need to unmute.
You need to unmute.
Okay.
There you are.
That's why you couldn't hear me. It's Alexa Chris.
Oh,
And
so-
my name is Christiane.
okay. And so what do you prefer being called?
Christiane?
Christiane. Okay. And so
Yeah.
your name is Alexa Chris?
Correct.
Good, okay. All right,
Thank you.
give me just a second to get set up over here.
Okay, I think I signed in,
Okay,
but how do I get to your table?
okay, I haven't set up the table yet,
Oh,
so
okay.
we'll do that right now. I see Susan's in. And Ready Aim is Debbie's in and Alexa Chris is in, okay. Is that right? And Liz Stice. Liz, you're not in yet. Are you gonna go in? You're not in BB on.
Oh, sorry.
Side,
I think I think I am in, or I just logged in.
Is it LIZSTICE?
Yes.
It's not recognizing you. I mean, it recognizes your name, but I'm not seeing you as being in.
Does it I think it's capital L and capital S. If that I don't know if that
think it
matters.
cares, but let me see.
Are you logged into EDO?
Yeah, no, it doesn't care. Liz, you might want to try going out and coming back in and then see if I can see you that way. Okay, so I'm going to start a table here. And we'll put, you guys will get an invitation. I'm going to put Alexa Chris in first. So you should get an invitation.
Okay,
And you just say
yes.
yes, okay. And then Ready Aim. There you go. And then SK Adler. Okay, and Liz, okay, I see you're in now. That's good. Yeah, there you are. Okay, Susan and Liz, you guys will get an invitation and you'll need to be looking at BBO so you can see it and you'll say yes. There you go. Okay, now we're not going to play these hands. Hang on a second. Let me go get the hands we want.
Good, I only have 3 points.
That's not going to be any fun, is it? Okay, let's start with this one.
That sounds like a dog slurping water. Somebody slurping through a straw when they,
Yeah, when they do that, yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so we can see that the dealer is north, that's in yellow, and the big D up here over the 1. So Christiane, you're going to get to go first.
Okay, and
And
I need to try to, oh, okay,
you should click on the number and the suit of what you want to bid,
okay, so let's see.
or it may be suit number.
8
Remember,
was 12. It's 13. I am going to bid 1 diamond.
okay. That means you don't have a no trump hand and you don't have a 5-card major. Okay.
And do I have to do something else?
Nope.
No, okay.
You did just fine. And East has passed, so now it's Liz's turn.
Okay, so I guess I have 14 points
Mhm.
and Uh,
What's your first priority as a responder?
because my partner bid. All right. Okay.
Yes.
So I should,
Yeah, you're the
let's see, my,
responder.
yeah. So my first priority is to, um,
She's
bid,
opened a
bid
minor.
their,
No, she's
so
opened
they
a
open with a
minor.
minor.
We don't
And
like minors.
so, okay. So I think I might bid can you see my hand
I
or not?
can see your hand, yes. I can see
Okay.
everybody's
So,
hands.
so maybe I would bid one heart.
One heart, yeah,
Mhm.
very good. And that just
Um,
promises 6 points and 4 hearts, but that's okay. That's where we start. Okay, Susan, it's your turn. In the west. Are you going to bid or are you going to pass? There you go. Now it comes back to Christiane. Do you like her hearts? Does that give you a magic fit?
Yes, we have 8.
Okay,
The only thing is I do not know how many points she has. That
you
was
don't.
the one bid.
That's right.
So I'm just gonna say 2 hearts.
Very good. That's exactly right.
Okay, and I need to, okay, 2 hearts. Did it go? Yeah.
Yep. You should be able to see it up there, and the thing that lets you bid will go away. And the next
Okay.
person, it'll be their turn to bid. And so Deborah's passed. Gibby. So Liz, it's
like,
your turn.
so yes, it's my turn.
Yeah. Do you know
So
how
I
many
guess I'm not,
points you have between you?
I don't, so should her 2 hearts have told me that?
Well, you know she has at least 13, and she made a minimum response, so she should have no more than 15. So let's say she's got 14 points.
Okay, and then I have,
14.
and then I also have 14, 14, and so I guess together we have 28,
Yeah.
and so I guess, what is that? Should I bid 3 hearts?
Well,
Or
you
should,
have a game, don't you? Now, you now have enough information to know that you have at least the 26 points you need for game. And so whenever you have that, we have a saying, he who knows goes, and you're the one that knows how high you need to be. So you have to bid it. If you just bid 3 hearts, you're telling her, I don't have quite enough to bid game. Or you
And
at
then
the top
Okay.
or the bottom.
I would pass in that instance, so she has to bid it, right?
That's right. That's why it's
So,
important if you know where you belong that you go to that level.
okay, and so this, and having game would mean that I would bid 4 hearts?
That's
or
correct.
Is that right?
That's right.
Okay.
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 All right. So we're going to be playing 4 hearts, and South is going to be the declarer because Liz bid the hearts first. And so Christiane will be the dummy. And that means that Susan is going to lead first. And Susan, what do you think you're going to lead out of that? Well, that's good, except that, remember, if we have a sequence, which can be just 2. So the king, queen is a sequence. So that would be a better lead. You can go ahead and leave it the way it is. But just remember, when you have a sequence, 2 face cards together, to lead one of those face cards. That way your partner knows you have the other one. Okay. So now, Liz, you should be able to see the dummy and your hand, and you get to play it out.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. So I'm playing for.
You're playing. Uh-huh.
So the second player.
Yeah, you have to play
Should I play just like
Alexa Chris's cards. Yeah.
Okay. So should I play a low spade?
Yes, a second hand
Since
low.
she's second. Okay.
And now third hand usually plays high. Good. Third hand high. Good.
Oh, goodness.
Okay, guys, now notice that spades have been played 3 times and everybody followed suit every time. So that's 12 spades that have been played. There's only 1 spade out right now.
So
Okay.
should I,
Yeah,
so
let's
Sally,
hang
should I
on
go
just a
ahead?
second.
Oh.
Yeah, Susan, ask for a redo on that because you really need to pull your trump in first. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Never mind. Go ahead.
Was not her turn, right?
No, that's right. Yes. No, it is her turn.
So
She did right.
So I guess it's my turn to play from Alexa Chris's hand, and so
Right.
should I go ahead and take that one?
I would do
with
second
the
hand low unless you want to go up and take it, but maybe they underlet a king.
okay.
Yeah. Now, usually what you do first, once you get in the lead, is you draw your trump in so that they can't trump in on you. You take all the trump out of their hands. And you have, how many do you have between you
Of the
of the
trumps?
trumps?
Yeah, 8 of
Eight,
8 of them.
8, which means they have how many?
13 minus 8, 5.
5. They've got 5 out in those hands. So we want to lead our hearts so that we can win our hearts and count as these hearts come in till we know that they don't have any more in their hands.
Okay. Oh, this side has to lead. Sorry.
Yeah, and it doesn't make any
Um,
difference whether you play high, where you win them. It doesn't make any difference. That's fine. Okay, that's 2 are in. There's still 3 out. Okay, there's another 2, so that's 4. There's just 1 out right now. And there it is. So now all their trump are in. So now you don't need to lead trump again. Now you need to see, can you see what other tricks you have that you can win?
yeah. So just so lead some other suit is what you're
That's right.
saying at this point. Oh, whoops! I'm on the wrong hand. Oh, okay.
I think they've got these.
I think they do. Okay, very good. You needed to take 10 tricks and you took 10 tricks. And see how it says in the center there, 10 tricks taken plus 420. That means you got 420 points. The game bonus was 300. You would have gotten 120 trick points and 300 game points. That's how they figure out what you've got. Okay.
But if I hadn't gone ahead and bid the 4 hearts,
Right.
then
If
I
you-
wouldn't have gotten that extra bonus. I
That's
guess.
right. If you had just bid 3 hearts and Christiane passed, as she would have done, then, but you would still take the 4 tricks you take, then you would have gotten 120 for the 4 tricks, but you would have only gotten 50 for a bonus. So you would have gotten a total of 170 instead of the 420 that you got.
Okay.
So that's why it's much better to bid a game if you can. If you can't, it's better to stop as low as you can. But if you can get to game, you want to. Okay, I'm going to unseat you guys
Okay.
and sit here just so we can go through the other hands.
I like your name, Salsa.
It's also, yeah. Okay, let's look at this hand. Here we have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 points. And this hand needs to open. And by the way, it's probably just as easy for you guys to look at Zoom as to look at BBO now, but it's up to you, whichever one you want to look at. Anyway, the East hand has 13 points. The East hand is dealer. The East hand does not have a 5-card major and doesn't have the right points for no trump. So I'm going to open 1 club. Then the South hand is going to pass. And then we look over here at the West hand. They've got 6, 7, and 4 is 11 points. And their first priority is to name a 4-card major if they can. Well, look, they've got 2 4-card majors in the West hand. And so which one of these are they going to want to bid?
They have 4. If they had 5, they would go with the spades, but they have 4, so they'll go down at the hearts.
That's right. So they're going to open 1 heart. And then the North hand is going to pass. Then it comes back over to the East hand. Does East like the hearts?
No.
No.
No,
East does have their own 4-card major, so they can go ahead and bid that. And we know it's going to be a 4-card major and not a 5-card major, because if they had 5 cards, they would have opened 1 spade. So they must have 4 spades. The South hand is going to pass.
So
Now-
they know, they may or may not know that their partner has the 4. They went 1 club. Now they know that the partner has 4 hearts,
Yes, and that's
Okay,
all they
so-
know. 6 points.
but they don't know about the 4 trump.
They don't
4
know about the
spades.
4 spades. They're
Okay.
just saying, well, I've got 4 spades. I'm going to go ahead and try to bid these. So
Okay.
they bid.
Because
Yeah.
worst case could be 1 no trump.
That's exactly right. West,
Okay.
since West does have 4 spades, West is happy to bid spades, to support the spades, because now they know they've got that 8-card magic fit. But let's look at points that they've got. They've got 6, 7, and 4 is 11. Is that a game, enough to bid a game?
No.
No. So we have to bid something below game, but we also want to show we have extra points. So we don't want to just, we want to support spades, but not just bid 2 spades, because that would show we were at a minimum. We like spades, but we're at a minimum. So we want to bid 3 spades. 3 spades. That says partner. I can't bid game, but I'm close. Do you have enough to bid game? So it should say like between 10 and 12 points. If we had just 6 to 9, the minimum, we would have said 2 spades. So north passes. So it comes back to east. East has 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Do they have any extra points at all?
No.
No, not really. So they better just pass. Because you should be short. If partner just has like 10 or 11 and you've got 13, that's not quite a game at hearts or spades. So they pass and you would play at the 3 level.
Okay.
Okay. Let's look at one more here. Okay,
Pass.
okay, that hand's gonna pass. Then what is West gonna do? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 points.
It's not balanced. They have
No,
to
it's-
go with the diamond.
Have to go with a diamond, 1 diamond. Then North is gonna pass. Then it comes over here to East. What is East gonna bid?
They have 3, 6, 6.
One no trump.
6 points plus 1 for length and clubs. Their first priority would be to bid a major suit, but they can't do that. And that club suit's not very good, but they can't bid the club suit anyway because they'd have to go to the 2 level and they'd need 10 points to do that, which they don't have. So what is their only option of something to bid?
One no trump.
1 no trump. Very good. 1 no trump. See how that 1 no trump works? It is, I've got nothing else to bid, partner. The 1 no trump says that. Now, if you bid another no trump, 2 or 3, that's more discretion. But 1 no trump just says, sorry, partner, can't do much else. So what is West gonna do?
Gonna rebid diamonds.
Gonna rebid diamonds, and if they just bid 2 diamonds, that would show a minimum hand in diamonds. So they want to show they've got extra points and kind of see if maybe partner is interested in playing a game somewhere. So they're going to try 3 diamonds.
They're crazy.
Well, they've got a lot of points and they know partner has at least 6. And they've got, what did we say, 18? 6 to
Mhm.
18 is
17
24.
plus the.
Yeah, so
So are we
That's-
counting that singleton for 3 points there?
no, just for 4, because you don't revalue the singleton unless you found a fit with your partner. And we don't have a fit.
Okay.
So after this 3 diamond bid and North passes, East needs to decide whether to bid again. And East is probably just going to pass. They don't have enough to do anything else.
Yeah, plus they need 5 to go to 5 per game anyway.
That's right. So they know they aren't at the game level, so they'll just pass. Now, really, West could have probably known that from the beginning because the most they could have over here is about 9 points in the East. But if they were at the top of the 9 and they really had everything stopped, they might bid 3 no trump. That might be something they would bid. Or if they had extra diamonds, they might bid 5 diamonds. But as it is, they're just going to pass.
So why didn't they go 3 no trump?
What?
Why did they not go 3 no trump to get game?
Because they only have 6 points and partner didn't bid game themselves.
Oh, I see. Okay, I
Yeah.
got you.
Yeah, so you're just probably the best. You might think, oh, maybe 3 no trump, but your best thing is to pass. You've got a very minimum hand. So, okay, guys, that is it for today. Did anybody have any questions on anything we've covered?
You are right on time.
Well, I
Thank
try to be.
you.
You bet. I'll see you guys Wednesday and we'll play on Wednesday. We're going to play a lot of hands on Wednesday.
All
Thank you.
right.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Sandy.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.